Hey everybody, and this is the New Witch, and I'm dressed as Ben right now because it's Friday and I didn't even wash my hair, but I'm like, this is my lazy day, so I'm not dressing up. I put like concealer on, whatever, to keep the pink down, but okay, this is my witchy channel, not my personal. Okay, so the topic for this week, well, for this video, is Book of Shadows and the different types and mixing into a bigger book, just like along the lines. And this is how I've been using my Book of Shadows for the longest time. So I'm going to be showing you all the ones that I have and up to my recent one. Actually, you can see it back here. Let's move it, shall we? Okay, so this is a very cheap and inexpensive Book of Shadows. Me and my friend Lori made it. It's just a whole bunch of pages and they're tied in. And if you know the witch's alphabet, you should know what this means. But yeah, other than that, it's just pages in here. I have like not even filled it up at all. I only filled up like 3 pages or 4 or 5 pages. And it's really flimsy and really like easy to carry around. I have not used it in a long time though. But yeah, that's very cheap, and seriously, if you have parchment paper left over, I think you only need, depends on how many pages you want, but I got this fabric from my leftover Book of Shadows fabric. Excuse me. But then, other than that, I just used a string to tie, and it was really simple, really easy, and I think it could be used as like a dream journal. I could use it as that now. But I don't know. I'm like out of breath. I don't know why. And then another one is a very earthy. This one actually, I have to start putting all my spells in here because it is my spell book. It's really only like dedicated to spells. I have the Abracadabra spell, luck spells, like Telespins, and then I have like that's funny. Sorry, I was like reading a spell I did. But then I was just like witch pouches, like with catnip and that stuff in here. And it's information stuff too, and I actually really want to add the stuff into my bigger book, but don't know yet. Then I have familiars, and I have like my oils that I learned from Charming Pixie Flora, like the Samhain oil, Mabon oil, and incense, Beltane, Ostara, and then Boomerang spell. It's to reverse any negative or hex being placed towards you. And then it's actually pretty full. I got all those pages filled, and I just need those filled. So it's actually, this is a book I love to death. I love it. I can't stop adding stuff to it. But seriously, I love the earthiness of this, and it just feels very witchy to me. Okay, so that's that one, and then I'll go to, well, this one. It's more of a secretive book because you can lock it, but I lost the lock. Of course, I would do that. But it's like a thing where it has the book inside, and I get all my books from Barnes & Noble, except for the ones I make. So, yeah, this one actually, I filled up, I used this one for a while. I actually have a lot of information in here. So I filled up all of those pages and I still have those. So it's not that full, but you get the idea. Yeah. That's that one. And then this one I love. I love. And I got, like I said, I get these from Barnes & Noble, and my first entry was a oracle reading that I did for myself, and I just drew the cards, and I usually use these as like journals. They're journals, but I usually use them just to write spells that I'm working on, workings, information that I really want to know. And oh my gosh, I forgot I had all my Samhain information in this journal. and I didn't look at it at Samhain. That's just how, like, messed up my head was during Samhain. So, I did the circle thing and my altar. It's kind of funny. And then, yeah, just incense, more oracle readings, my Book of Shadows dedication, and yeah. Ooh, and I also am writing, like, symbols, protection symbols in here. Actually, I'm starting to write more in this journal because I love it so much. Yeah, symbols, pentagram, pentagon, pentagram, and pentacle. Yeah. And then I wrote all these invocation and banishing pentacles for the elements and the regular pentagram. Sorry. Like, my head's hanging with me today. Literally, it's not. But yeah, that's that one. And then I'm going up to the bigger journal that I got. Actually, I'm like flattening leaves in here. They've been flattening for a while, so I wonder if they are flat by now. This one I do have a lot of information in. But actually, no, not mine. It's not that much. But, ooh, they're flat. Now I can start putting them in my book. Flat leaves. I love flattening leaves so much. But yeah, I only filled up like that much, and I still have like that whole book. So I'm thinking this will probably, I don't know, I want to start writing more in the little Book of Shadows before I write in my big one, which I already do. I write in loose leaf paper, and then I think about adding them. But leading up to my big boy. This actually is a new cover, but everything inside of it, it's been compiling since, I think, 2 years after I started the craft, or a year after, I don't remember, but I think I started actually putting most of the pages in 2012, but yeah, this is the book. It's huge, and this is the book, my baby. It has 4 ribbons. You guys already seen this. I think if I didn't upload it, I'm sorry. But yeah, the inside is like this, and I'm changing the end papers. But yep, there's my title. And yeah, I've just recently like started editing pages in here because I've kind of just like written random stuff here. I didn't organize it. I didn't make it colorful. I didn't make it creative. So I was just like doing that, and yeah, don't really know what else to say. But usually in my Book of Shadows, I usually write all my rituals, all my spells, all the information I really want to remember, the important stuff in the craft that I really want in case like something happens. I love to write like spells for like healing, you know, stuff that might happen in my life, and then if I need it, it's already there, so I don't have to rewrite a new spell. So I already have a safety travel one. I already done healing spells, and one of them actually worked 30 minutes after I did the spell. Which is very weird and very cool that I put that much energy in it that actually worked right away. But other than that, I really just keep it as a journal, like I said. And I have it working more of as a scrapbook kind of Book of Shadows right now because of adding the leaves, gluing pages in, you know, just keeping it creative. You know, it's your book. No one's going to be looking at it except for you or your coven. Actually, your Book of Shadows shouldn't be seen by your coven. You should have a coven Book of Shadows. That's usually how it goes. But I don't know. I'm planning on passing my book down to my kids if I ever have any kids. Having is the operative word because I'm probably going to be adopting. Or if I get a surrogate mom, that might happen. But I don't know, other than that, I don't really know what else to say. Like I said before, it's your book. Do whatever you want with it. No one can tell you what to add and what to put in your book. It's yours for a reason, and like people say, because it's called The Shadow, it's like your history, your past, and it's like everything that you've done in it. And you should never put a spell in your book that you have not done yet, because what if the spell doesn't work? You have it in your book, and most of the time, a lot of Book of Shadows are not postbound, so you would have to like rip the pages out. But I love postbound because you can rearrange them and just put them in the way you want. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I probably have a lot more Book of Shadows, but those are the only ones I feel like showing you right now. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say, and I hope you guys enjoyed this, and blessed be.